Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to have a discussion that is probably weighing very heavily on your mind as a player if you've decided to take on the task of farming for Hiyuki. Because, yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to talk about the one-cost situation. And by the one-cost situation, I'm talking about, well, Hiyuki Sonata said over here, wishes a quiet snowfall. I'm pretty sure you're all in the same fucking boat that I am. You're not able to get any of her echoes. Yes, even if you're like rolling just a few of them a day, you're likely doing your double Tacet fields, doing a bunch of your resets, maybe even farming the overworld a little bit, and you're getting absolutely nothing. And the baseline ways for us to talk about this is, of course, just to go through the daily grind that every person's probably doing. You probably go ahead and, for your 120 wayplates, you just plop on over to the Solicia Landing Tacet field, right? Then you kind of just, like, go in, you do your stuff, do all your damage, woohoo. Right, you probably just do a lot of this. Oh, come on. Sorry, guys. Usually they're faster than this. They're having, like, performance anxiety.
Take your final dive into America.
Anyways, they just do a little bit of that, go over, claim, and usually what you'll find is that you get very, very, very few one costs from doing a Tacet field. Typically, you get more and more 3 costs instead. You'll notice that even if you do like 20 Tacet field runs, something like that, or even just like 3 or 4 in a day, it'll usually be a split of like 80% 3 costs to maybe 10 or even 20% 1 costs. And so that's not really going to be something that gets you a lot of overall results in the long run. Now though, what if you decide to do something else, right? You're like, oh, but Saint, Kuro added something amazing to the game in 3.0. And this is the reality. In 3.0, these Tacet Discord nests were great. Because in 3.0, the only 3 sets you had in here were these ones. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you would do these Tacet Discord nests that had 48 spawns or 24 spawns, and you could only get 3 possible sets. Nowadays, they encompass every fucking set in Lahai Roy. And so now, from having just a selection of 3 possible sets, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's now 8. Motherfucker. 8 possible sets that drop. So, we've done our 1 Tacet field, right? Fuck it. I'll spend some way plates for this one, bro. I'll just like show you guys. We'll just do 2 Tacet fields over here, 2 double claims. I'll spend a little bit of stamina over here. Yeah, I'll spend a couple of wayplates over here so I can give you the authentic game experience. Get a little bit of that. Use my last cube. I don't care. It's fine. Do a little bit of that. All right. So we got 1 defense, 1 cost. That's it. We spent our 240 wave plates for the day, and I got 1 defense, 1 cost. Awesome. The farming is going exceedingly well. Now let's go ahead and do a little bit of this. Let's do our Tacet Discord nest, because this is, again, the only other way for us to get some of these. And of course, right, people are going to be saying, hey, Say, you got to watch out, brother. You got to watch out, brother. You got to have the food buff. Yeah, don't worry. I'll turn it on. I'll turn it on. Gotta have the food buff. Oh, and we'll also make sure to use the best Tacet field team ever, boys. Here we go. Here we go. No, we're going whimpering waste mode on this motherfucker. If I use the Echo Skill team, surely I'll get more Echo Skill drops.
Symphony of life.
Oh my god, bro. Where are these guys? Oh, this field is annoying as shit.
Rejoicing.
What the fuck?
Blossoms in wind.
What sleeps within that one strike. Settle it all. Let's not linger.
Holy moly. Did they, like, nerf Rolova here? Did they, like, nerf her?
Like bamboo.
I'll keep you company. Hold from the abyss. Oh, this will be fun. Sink into the endless deep.
And remember, we're trying to see how many of those Hiyuki 1 costs we're getting from here.
Thus, symphony of life. Cadence,
Hopefully it's not too bad.
chant.
Wait, am I
Songs
done?
of old.
Oh, no, I'm not. No. There's still more challengers.
Life is mine to take. Wins. I move as the blade.
Oh, this will be fun.
Holy moly.
Sing in the whispers of silence. Surrender to it.
All right, that's that field cleared. You ready? That's a lot of echoes, or it looks like it's going to be a lot of echoes, right? Let's check it out. So we just did one of the Discord
The
nests.
tides have whispered.
We did 2 Tacet fields. Let's see how many 1 costs we're at right now. Is that like 3? I think that was like 3. And one of them was on attack. 4, and one of them's on attack. So unless I'm using modifiers, right, that counts as just 1. Does this seem sustainable to you, ladies and gentlemen? Does this seem good? Does this seem like something that is going to be fruitful in the long term for you as a player? Probably not, right? This probably doesn't seem that great, right?
Why not say it?
Hey, let's just go again, right? Maybe. Bro, she's kind of just getting her ass beat here, isn't she?
Cadence, hold. Where is rejoicing? The soul never entombed.
What sleeps within bamboo. One strike. To settle it all. Nothing that won't be.
Bro, these guys are just interrupting you like crazy, man. Holy shit. They don't care.
Bamboo.
Take a breath. Might give.
I mean, I can't see what's going on either. So, maybe they can't too.
Ensemble. Symphony of life.
Bro, is Rolova designed to, like, not be good here?
No alternative. Chant. Songs of old.
What sleeps within bamboo.
She's kind of just getting her fucking ass
Mandate
beat.
calls. Judgment falls. Nothing that won't heal. Behold,
The entire squad is just getting their ass beat.
let's not linger. My move is the blade.
Feel. Oh, this will be fun. Suffocate. Sink into the endless deep.
All right, we have like a couple more enemies left.
Caress it with the way.
Jesus Christ.
It is ready. Symphony of
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, maybe this isn't the team for me anymore for these. I think I have a better time in some of the mono fusion lineups.
the approaching chant. Songs
Yeah, she
of
feels
old.
kind of not that good in these fields. I'm gonna be honest. Never thought I'd see the day. Anyways, that's that one done. Let's see what the spoils are. You ready, ladies and gentlemen? We got about, I think, 4 in the last run.
Shall be the vessel of
How many did we get this time? Oh, that's just 0. Okay, yeah, no, we literally just got 0 from that last one. Okay, cool. Nice. All right, I assume we were just very lucky on the last one. Okay, now this one only has 24. One last hope, ladies and gentlemen. We can do it here.
Cadence, halt. Life or death, no alternative. Witness.
This is the real gambling.
What sleeps within that moon? Mandate calls. Judgment falls.
Bro, these guys are like fucking, dude. Hey, yo.
I'll keep you company. Surge of all this will be fun. To sunken depths. Sink.
Bro, my ass is just getting knocked down repeatedly. Holy shit.
Annihilation. It is ready. Symphony of life.
Oh, is that it? So, let's do a quick review.
I shall be the vessel.
I've basically done
of
all
wishes.
3 of the nests. I did all of that shit. Did all the fields. And we got nothing from the second 2. So really, I think it was like 4 echoes that we got over here, and that was 1 onset. 1 onset attack, 1 cost echo. After doing 3 of the Tacet Discord nests and 2 Tacet fields. 240 wayplates, then the 3 nests. Okay, yeah, the dream is dead. This is not sustainable. This is not good. And truly, genuinely, I think the only option that people have right now for farming 1 cost echoes, because you can't get them from the nests at a good rate. You can't get them from the fucking Tacet fields at a good rate. Bro, I think the only thing you can actually do is like literally mint pick. You have to go echo pick for these, bro. And I don't think that there's any other option you can have. Or you simply just use all of your modifiers on these. You only have 3 fucking enemies that drop this set, brother. You only have 3. This is not even like a big selection for the 1 costs. Shadow Steppers, which are in, I guess they're in the Demir Plains. That's pretty cool. Maybe it's not that bad then. But you only have 15 of the guaranteed drops a week. And you want to know how 1 costs work, ladies and gentlemen? They have a pity of 8. They have a pity of 8. You need to clear 8 1 costs to guarantee that you get 1 on your 8th pull. Or your 8th kill, right? But this is also the other thing. You want to know how many sets drop from these enemies? I think they show it over here. Do they? Do they show how many sets an enemy can have? No, I don't think so. I think we need to go to an external website for that. Brother, this is all of the different sets that drop from the enemies that drop Wishes of Quiet Snowfall. So while you're farming Tremor Warriors to try to get this, you only have a 1/3 chance of getting the Hiyuki one. When you're farming the Ice Glit Dancers, you have a 1/3 chance of getting the Hiyuki one. And when you farm the Shadow Steppers, a 1/3 chance. So these 1 costs drop 1 out of every 8 kills, or you just get lucky on the 20%. And then when you get lucky on that 20%, or you reach 8 kills, you got a 1/3 chance of it being on the right set. And then after it's on the right set for the 1/3 chance, you then got another 33% chance to get attack. So it's literally on every echo kill, a 1 out of 9 chance of even getting the right substat, or even getting an echo you can roll on. A 1 out of 9 chance to get the echo that you can roll on. And then a 20% chance to get it on an enemy kill. Nobody is mint picking for these, bro. Nobody. The rates are so bad. The efficiency is so bad. And the chance of even getting one that you can roll on in like 2-3 hours of grinding. Dude, I wouldn't be surprised if you grinded for like 10 hours if you only got like 5 pieces at the end of it. Because this is criminal. And I think it's very obvious by now, nobody is rolling on any of Hiyuki's 1 costs at all unless you're using modifiers. And this was not a solution. This was not a problem before. Because you want to know what this drop rate was in 3.0? In 3.0, guys, these Tremor Warriors could only drop Halo Starry Radiance. In 3.1, these Ice Glit Dancers could only drop Trailblazing Star. In 3.1, the Shadow Steppers could only do Chromatic Foam or Trailblazing Star. Instead of making these fucking mobs drop up to 3 different types of echo sets, they should at max be just 2. And there should have been new mobs introduced to have Hiyuki set. Because it used to be so efficient earlier on in the game, and now grinding for Hiyuki, it is bar none the worst experience you can have in the game. Literally, I'm not even joking. Hiyuki has to be the worst farming experience in Wuthering Waves. Because all of her 1 costs, you might as well, you can't even farm them in the fucking overworld. You don't get any from doing Tacet fields. And guess what when it comes to these fucking Discord nests, bro? These goofy ass Discord nests. They're the equivalent of farming them in the overworld, bro. Yeah. So there are going to be some enemies that drop this set, but they drop 3 other fucking sets too at the same time. They drop 3 other sets at the same time. Kuro Games, this is too much. There needs to be a more seamless way of getting the 1 cost echoes because you solved the 3 cost problem with Tacet fields. I don't think anyone has any issues at all getting Hiyuki's 3 cost echoes. Nobody has any issues at all getting the Aleph 1 echoes, right? You just go ahead, you fight dead, you go beat her up a little bit. But the 1 cost on this set, bro, you get a 1 out of 9 chance on any of the echo. Like, bro, 1 out 20% chance to drop? 1 out of 9 chance. Why? Why would you even waste your fucking time with that? Bro, how little do you have to respect your fucking time to go for rates like that? Because the 1 cost issue, remember, it didn't exist earlier on in patches. But when this is the reality, you're adding on sets as time goes on. This shit is completely fucked, bro. It's completely cooked. And you should have added new enemies instead of attaching on Hiyuki's set like this and then just fucking everybody in the process. The 1 cost situation has never been this bad before, and Hiyuki is the biggest victim. And hopefully Kuro can come up with some sort of way to fix this soon. I'm gonna be honest. I think we need... This is gonna be my solution. I think we need, like, some echo boxes for 1 cost echoes, bro. No joke. Like, we need, like, more of these, and it's gotta be for, like... Fuck! It's gotta be for, like, more specific sets. Like, right now, nah, this shit, it's not even slightly possible. Surely I get one here. Fuck! Anyways, yeah, this is a big problem in Wuthering Waves. I hope Kuro Games does something to address this. The last method that I forgot to mention before is, of course, using targeted merge. And I'm going to be honest, I think targeted merge is actually the best method that you have right now of getting 1 cost. Like, straight up, you need to value this shit like crazy, bro. Like you need to do these and then not skip these. You need to do these, don't skip them. Because, like, look, check this shit out over here. This is going to be some cash money. Boom! Boom! That's more than I could probably farm in 10 years! That's more than I could probably farm in like 10 days! Boom! Boom! Hey, dude, three echoes that I can roll on out of that, bro. That's gonna be better than some people farming for a week. Literally, that's gonna be better than some people farming for a week. So do not forget about that one. Dude, it's probably the best way to get 1 cost right now. That's how you know this is cooked. Let me know what you all thought. Peace out.